The year I hit rock bottom, I got sucked into a game. The rule was to survive a week on $50 and the winner would walk away with $1 million. Everyone else was desperate to win, but I was the only one trying to escape. What they did not know was that I was the previous round's winner, and killing me meant they could steal my $500 million. Chapter 1. I found myself in a stark white room packed with people. System's robotic voice announced, "Welcome all 100 players to the survival of the poorest. Starting funds $50. Objective, survive 7 days inside the game. The winner gets $1 million in prize money. Overspending, dying, or stepping outside the designated area will be treated as a forfeit and you will carry $1 million in debt." Then with a sly tone it continued, "Now then, do any cowards want to back out?" Just like the last round, no one chose to leave. Every face lit up with excitement, as if the $1 million were already within reach. I slowly raised my hand and all eyes snapped toward me at once. The system's threatening voice echoed in my head, saying, "Player 66, a reminder that you were the winner of the previous round, and if you forcefully exit, you will carry a $500 million debt. Only players who win 2 rounds in a row are allowed to cash out and leave." I could not help but wonder why they did not mention the rule earlier. I asked the system in my mind, "What if I lose?" The system replied, "Your prize will be forfeited and you will have a debt of $1 million. I lowered my hand, "Never mind. You're insane. Attention seeker." Everyone turned their attention back to the front. The system announced, "The game rules are now active and players may not withdraw. All 100 players have been deployed. Welcome to the Ghost Cruise. Remember, you're all stowaways, so good luck staying alive." A flash of white light burst out, and we were all transported onto a cruise ship floating on the open sea. The system gave each of us a card that we could use to make purchases anywhere on the ship. However, it only had $50 loaded on it. My interface displayed 3 stats: hunger, thirst, and energy, and all 3 were currently in order. Once any of them hit 0, the player would be eliminated immediately. I was deployed on the 3rd floor deck and noticed the cruise ship was sailing across pitch-black waters. It meant the sea was unfathomably deep, and anyone thrown overboard would vanish without a trace. I found a staff member and asked for a map. The ship had 8 levels in total. The 1st and 2nd levels were crew quarters and work areas, off-limits to regular passengers. The 3rd level was the deck and passenger lobby. Meanwhile, the 4th through 7th levels were filled with countless cabins, plus a theater, casino, spa, duty-free shop, movie theater, restaurants, and more. Lastly, the 8th level featured an open sun deck with a large swimming pool, while the other half was a buffet area. However, the ship actually had a hidden half-level above that. It was where the VIP suites were. VIP guests conducted all their activities up there, separated from the regular passenger areas. I then checked out the convenience store and saw bottled water for $20, sandwiches for $55, and cake for $70 each. The prices were exactly what I expected for a luxury cruise ship. Based on my experience, the buffet restaurant had free water available during meal service. Since it was mealtime, I headed to the top floor restaurant, where a decent line had already formed at the buffet entrance, waiting to scan their cards for entry. I joined the queue, standing behind 2 players who were 1 step ahead of me at the card reader. They pulled out the cards the system had given them and handed them to the attendant, but when she swiped them, the machine started beeping frantically. The attendant's expression instantly changed, and she told them, "These aren't legitimate room cards, you're not guests." Chapter 2. The 2 players tried to bolt, but several burly security guards rushed over. The attendant slammed.
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.